The Go Blonder system apparently makes your hair lighter without using bleach. So I used all three. We have this shampoo, conditioner, and the lightening spray. And here's what we've got. This side with the spray and this side without. So we're gonna break it down today, what each product is, how it works, and if it actually works. You can get this system at any drugstore. I got this at Walmart and it's the value size. Each product runs about $10 a piece. It used to have a different packaging. I actually prefer the old packaging. It had a lemon and a grapefruit on it, I think, to save you a lot of time, and $20. This is basically lemon scented shampoo and conditioner. Now the packaging will say you need to have all three for this to work together. The blonding spray, which is basically like Sun-In, is the only thing that's really lightening your hair. So not these two. I tested the shampoo and conditioner for a straight week by themselves without the spray to see what would happen, and nothing happened. And I did use it on my whole head, so maybe something happened and it was so gradual I just didn't notice. From what I can gather, this shampoo is obviously not lightening your hair. There's no hydrogen peroxide for it to lighten. It's just really cleansing your hair. So because your hair is so clean, it looks lighter. A lot like when we use a clarifying shampoo. Clarifying shampoos remove product buildup, dirt, debris, oil. Some of them will even strip color slightly. So your hair looks lighter, and in a sense, maybe it is a little bit lighter, but really it's just clean. Your hair is just clean. Now there are some things that could lighten your hair. Again, there's no hydrogen peroxide, but there is citrus. Yes, in theory, lemons could lighten your hair. In the 70s, they used to put lemons or squeeze lemons all over their hair. And I thought one of them had chamomile, but now I'm not seeing that. I don't know, but chamomile can also lighten your hair. It works best if you brew the actual flowers, so not like a Great Value chamomile. I actually like chamomile better. Chamomile tea bag. You can buy bulk dried flowers on Amazon, a huge bag, steep them like you would a tea, and then rinse your hair in that, go outside. It's kind of like a homemade Sun-In. At most, I've seen it lighten a half a shade, and it really only works on already blonde hair. Again, it's just cleaning your hair, so it's going to look really clean, feel really clean, and be a little bit shinier from the lemon. Lemons, again, acidic. If you wanted to make a rinse, because an acidic rinse will brighten, make your hair more shiny, but not recommended to do very often. You could use apple cider vinegar, which is very close to the lemon. It's more so close to the hair, so I would just recommend doing an apple cider vinegar rinse. It's also a lot cheaper. Doesn't smell as nice, but your hair will be really shiny and really clean. The conditioner was not my favorite, but in fairness, I don't like conditioner at all. It's not a super thick conditioner, which I liked. For hair textures like mine, you can't have something too heavy. It's gonna weigh it down, cause it to snap and break. The smell is that same light citrus, floral, chemical. In my opinion, these are just really well marketed shampoos and conditioners that have citrus in them. It's going to tell you all over the packaging that this needs to be used with the whole system. Again, that is not true. I think that's a marketing tactic for you to buy all three. You do not need to buy all three. This is the only thing that's actually brightening your hair. This runs about $10. It's an ounce less than the Sun-In, and the Sun-In was about $4. If you watch the video on the Sun-In, this is basically the same thing. You just get less and it's more expensive. The idea is you shampoo your hair. Again, they're wanting you to use their system. Condition it, towel dry, and you're gonna spray this wherever you want it to be lighter. And they're saying it will lighten your hair up to 2 shades. And it works in conjunction with heat tools to gradually lighten blonde in 3 to 5 uses, with maximum lightening achieved in 10 uses. The ingredients are pretty similar to Sun-In. Water is the first ingredient, hydrogen peroxide is the second ingredient. The hydrogen peroxide is what's lightening your hair. We covered this more in depth in the Sun-In video, but quickly if you missed it, hydrogen peroxide is the main ingredient in developer for bleach and hair color. This is what activates the color, activates the bleach, and creates all the science stuff for it to work. Hydrogen peroxide on its own in the little brown bottle, if you have a blood stain, a wine stain, if you pour it on there, it will help lift that stain out. So hydrogen peroxide is like a slow acting bleach almost. So this is basically spraying hydrogen peroxide on your hair, and it's activated by the heat or the sun. So it's help opening up the cuticle. Here's a single strand of hair. The outer layer of the hair is called the cuticle. Looks like little fish scales like this. This is what your hair looks like, a closed cuticle. When you add heat, you're opening up the cuticle to allow the product to go in to make chemical changes to the hair. So the cuticle will be flared open like this. So that's why they're wanting you to use this product and blow dry your hair. Go out in the sun or use a flat iron, because now all the product can get in easily. It doesn't have to like try to scram through here. It can go freely to the cortex, which is the actual meat of the hair shaft, and do all the chemical changes, change the color. So that's why they're heavy stressing on the heat. The heat is what's activating this hydrogen peroxide to work. I use this 4 times, I believe, because it says in the instructions or directions not to use it consistently or consecutively, sorry. So you need to give your hair a break in between. I can see a small change. This is the side with the lightning spray. This is with nothing, but my hair feels like straw. It feels bad. Now with Becky here, this black box, she received this treatment every time I did. This is the portion of the hair that I sprayed. With spray, without spray. There is a small change. It's not a lot. It's a half a level to a level. This is only saying you're going to get maybe 2 levels of lift, so you can't expect too much. Her hair also feels terrible. It didn't work as well as the picture would suggest. For me, if I had to pick one, I would go with the Sun-In. I used this one time and I saw actual visible results. I think this one works a lot faster, which doesn't mean it's better, and it still made my hair feel terrible. But if I was going to use a product like this is the one that I would pick. The price is better, the formula seems to be better, and I think if you use it within reason, you spray it on, you go out in the sun or blow dry, whatever you're trying to do, somehow get that heat activation, and you rinse it out. Don't forget, you need to rinse out products like this, because the hydrogen peroxide is gonna keep going and going and going. Spray this on, sit out there for 30 minutes, an hour, whatever it may be, but definitely don't leave this on for long periods of time or overnight or days, and using it very little, following up with a conditioning treatment.